Amid a long period of uncertainty over the intra-Afghan dialogue, the Afghan negotiators and the Taliban have finally reached an agreement on the rules and agenda for long-awaited peace talks. The move is being considered as a major breakthrough which will lay out the way for further discussions over more substantive issues including talks on a ceasefire. A report.
After 19 years of war, the representatives from Afghan government and the Taliban say that they have reached a breakthrough agreement, a preliminary deal to press on with peace talks. A 3-page agreement codifying the rules and procedures for negotiating a political roadmap and a comprehensive ceasefire has been agreed upon. It's the first written agreement between the two warring sides in the conflict and is considered significant as it means the warring sides are getting closer to actually starting to negotiate the issues that could end decades of fighting in Afghanistan. The step has been welcomed by the United Nations and Washington. U.S. Special Representative for Afghan Reconciliation Zalmay Khalilzad urged both sides to negotiate a political roadmap and a ceasefire.
I welcome the agreement between the Afghan negotiators and the Taliban. It's a breakthrough because for the first time in 19 years of conflict between the Afghan government and Taliban, a written agreement is being signed. It's a breakthrough because for the first time, both sides have kept aside contentious issues and shown flexibility to reach an agreement.
The peace talks, which began in September, had been delayed because of disagreements over the procedural rules. However, sources say that the negotiating teams recently agreed to include the US Taliban deal, UN endorsements for the Afghan peace process, and commitments of the negotiating team as the base for upcoming negotiations. But the deep concerns that accompanied the beginning of negotiations still remain the same. In Afghanistan, the two sides are still at war, with Taliban attacks on government forces continuing unabated.
At a time when the drawdown is taking place and the Americans are leaving Afghanistan, it's a golden opportunity for the Taliban to take on the Afghan government. The contentious issue of recognizing the Afghan government still remains.
Under the US-Taliban February deal, foreign forces are to leave Afghanistan by May 2021 in exchange for counter-terrorism guarantees from the Taliban, which are still unfulfilled. The United States has announced the reduction of thousands of US military personnel from Afghanistan by mid-January, leaving just 2,500 troops in the country. However, foreign governments and institutions earlier warned against a premature withdrawal as it could jeopardize peace procedures.
Und es sollte nicht sein, dass über überstürzte militärische Rückzugsmanöver aus Afghanistan dieser Friedensprozess gefährdet wird. Deshalb waren ja die letzten Wochen mit den Ankündigungen aus den USA auch so schwierig gewesen, weil wir nicht wussten, welche Auswirkungen hat das auf das Verhalten der Taliban oder eben nicht. Und deshalb wird es für uns außerordentlich wichtig sein, diesen Friedensprozess zu begleiten, auch sicherheitspolitisch. Ich glaube, dass dafür auch die internationale Militärpräsenz in Afghanistan weiter gebraucht wird. Aber natürlich, das Mandat muss auch ein Ende haben. Und unser Ziel ist es, diese Friedensverhandlungen zu einem erfolgreichen Abschluss zu führen und damit das Land auch in die Hände der Afghanen geben zu können.
For Afghans, a ceasefire is a top priority. Thus the question remains, will the Taliban give up their leverage over the Afghan government at a moment when its allies are withdrawing their forces, or is it just a tactic to expel foreign forces and re-establish their Islamic State?